Good afternoon. It is about 20 to 1 on Wednesday. Anybody watching? How you doing? How you been? I'm cheating on Tim Hortons today. They were just way too busy. I've never been to this place before. It's like a local coffee shop. We'll see. We'll see. Pray for me, y'all. I need a coffee so bad. I'll be so upset if this is disgusting. Ooh, that is not bad. That is not bad at all. Their cup doesn't want to stay closed, though. Whatever. That's fine. So, I just came back. I need to crack a window. Holy mother of God, it's hot in here. I just came back. Excuse my pajama top. But I just came back from a tattoo shop. I am in the market for a good cover-up artist. Have been for several years now. And I finally went down to one of the two local tattoo places here that my son goes to, that Boo Boo goes to. He's been telling me to go there for several months now. Stop whining, go check him out. Sorry, my eyes are driving me batshit crazy today. Oh my God. And yeah, I went down and had a wee conversation with a gentleman down there. Seemed very friendly. It was actually, I have to say, one of the clean, if not the cleanest tattoo shop I have ever seen in my life. But the gentleman that I spoke to said he himself is not well versed in major cover-ups, and mine is a major cover-up. I also want to go black, white, and gray, and he is more versed in color. But he wants to expand and get better at cover-ups, and he wants to, you know, do more black, white, and gray. And I said, well, you know, I have no problem being guinea pig, but this is already fucked up. I want it gooder. I don't want to deal with it anymore. And he laughed. He's like, no, I get it. But he asked me to send him a picture of it so that maybe he can play with it and kind of, I don't know, use it, I guess, to maybe hone his skills a bit. And I said, I have no issue with that. I can do that for you, bro. No problem. So I'll get one of the boys tonight to take, well, maybe on the weekend, because I can do that during the day when the light is better, and take a picture, and I'll email it to him. He gave me his card. Very nice, very polite, very sweet. Very professional. And then gave me a recommendation for another gentleman there who has years, apparently, of experience of cover-ups, and it's kind of his jam. So he gave me his card. Explained that he is a busy dude, so be patient. Because I told him about the guy that I went to where my boyfriend used to live, and he is still to this day never gotten back to me. So yeah, I'm so over it. I told him, look, I've never chased a man like I've chased this guy. Okay, like I was very frustrated, and he laughed. He said, you'll have to wait. He said, don't chase him. But send him an email. Like, go on his Instagram, check him out. Don't DM him. He doesn't do that, he said. But, you know, like, email him. Whatever. And just be patient. And I said, okay, fair enough. That's fine. That is fine. I mean, I've waited years so far, so whatever. That is fine. So hopefully I'll hear back from this guy and we can meet and come up with something and do something with this massive piece of shite that is on my back. That would be fantastic. I don't even like to wear tank tops in the summer because it shows at least a good portion of this tattoo. And it's just, oh. And listen, look, my buddy is the one that started it. I mean, it's not even finished. I put the kibosh on that as gently and politely as I could. But yeah, my buddy did it for me, or started it for me, as like a graduation present when I graduated from my personal support worker course like 10 years ago. And I knew he had bad hands. He had really bad arthritis in his hands. But he had done a Betty Boop tattoo on my leg that is gorgeous. It needs a touch up now. It's starting to fade, but I mean, it was gorgeous. He'd been on this medication for the arthritis. I mean, he went from being all gimped up like this to having full motion of his hand. Like, I mean, it was amazing. What he didn't tell me when he started my back was that he wasn't taking the medication anymore. And so he had become very shaky and his hand was getting weak. And I did notice that his sessions were getting shorter and shorter. And he would occasionally make these little muffled, under his breath, frustrated noises. And I was like, okay, bro. And because it's on my back, I mean, even with a mirror, like, I can't see. Even if I put a mirror in front of my face and have a mirror behind me, it is very hard to see it properly, clearly, right? So what I could see of it once it had healed I was not happy with. So I just very politely, you know, I'd go over and visit, and, you know, we'd watch movies and do pizza and whatever and goof around. And I mean, he was a very, very, very dear friend of mine. And he would ask if I wanted to do another session. I'd be like, nah, not today. I just want to spend time with you. Right. Like, you know. And then over the Rona thing, well, I think it was after that. I think that had pretty much cleared, but I stopped. Of course, we couldn't go visit people, and he was very immunocompromised. So I just didn't go over. I would text him and Facebook him and whatever, but I noticed he wasn't responding, and I would phone and I wouldn't get an answer. And then one day, it was probably a year or so after the Rona, I got a random Facebook message from one of his kids, who I think is over in the UK somewhere. I don't know, in Europe. And I had to go creep their page and make sure they were who they said they were. I don't know his kids. I knew them through like stories and stuff, but I've never met them. I've never talked to them. I've never seen them, like, you know. So I did some creeping to verify who they were, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm sorry, I haven't heard from your dad. Like, I don't know what's going on. Sorry. I can make some calls and try to, but I mean, we didn't run in the same, like, my buddy and I, friend-wise, didn't really have the same friend group. So I had to kind of drop it. And then about a week after that, I got a call from this girl that was sort of staying with him. That's a weird situation. But anyways, I know of her. I've met her a couple of times. I don't like her at all. She makes the fur on the back of my neck stand up. I do not like her. I don't trust her. Yeah. And she told me that he was in hospital with, like, I think it was pneumonia or something. And he'd been there for several months. And I was like, okay. He ended up passing. So, like, I feel bad. That is all to say, I feel bad about trashing his work. Because at one time, he was a phenomenal tattoo artist. Like, I've seen his portfolio, right, from back in the day. Now this buddy of mine is older than me, right? He was probably almost in his 70s. And lived a life. Like, what an interesting dude. I miss him immensely. But he didn't have it in him to admit he couldn't do the work anymore. So now I have this fucked up piece of shit on my back that I refuse to do anything about until he passed. Like, I'd been putting money away because I knew eventually I was going to get it covered up. But I mean, as long as we lived in the same town, as long as he was alive, like, I couldn't bring myself to do that to him. So he's gone now. He's been gone for a couple of years now. So, you know, for the last 2 years or so, I've been looking hard at tattoo artists. I mean, in London, in Strathroy, in my town. I won't go over to Windsor because Windsor. No. But yeah, so hopefully this goes well. I really need this thing covered up. So we'll see. There is another place kind of up the road and over a bit that I went to years ago when I had my nose pierced. And they were a good time. Those boys were funny as hell. I had a great time. But funny enough, when I was Googling tattoo places in my area, and I couldn't remember the name of the shop, when it popped up, I went in to read reviews and stuff, because when I had my nose pierced, it was a piercing. It was on my nose. It was not a big deal. I didn't look up anything. I just went and had it done. They had a good price. I went and had it done. It was fine. But reading their reviews, they have some questionable reviews, as being unprofessional and rude and whatever. And I'm thinking, well, I mean, it can't be the same guys, because when I was there, they were fantastic. So, I mean, they were very dry. Their humor was very dry. Some might say crude. I don't know. I found them funny, but my sense of humor has been told to me that can be questionable. So, whatever. Whatever. I thought they were funny as hell. And very professional and concerned for your safety, because when I had my nose pierced, I had it pierced twice. This is very much like getting punched in the face a couple times. But I got dizzy after. I got like this mean adrenaline rush, and I got a little dizzy. So they had me sit in the chair for a few minutes. They went and got me a coffee. And I sat in the chair, and I believe the Olympics was on then, and it was the hockey. So I just sat with them in the chair drinking coffee, watching hockey. Like, we sat and watched the Olympics for a while. It was great. Once I sort of calmed down and whatever, and, you know, I went ahead and walked home. But I had a great time. They were a good time. They were fun. So I don't know, you can't always go by reviews one way or the other, right? I don't know. But now it's getting late in the day, and I need to go home and get some damn cooking done. I have a little bit of tidy up to do in my kitchen from last night. I ran the dishwasher, so I got to empty that. And I have a single pot that I need to wash, that I was soaking last night, and then I forgot about it. So I need to go handle that. And I'm thawing pork chops for the boys tonight. So get that pot washed up and that dishwasher emptied, and see if I can get at least 2 of the 6 food bags that I have cooked up. I should be able to get 3, because one of them is kind of a flatbread pizza deal, and those are super, super quick. So I should be able, realistically, to get 3 of them done. That would be gooder. And then over the weekend, maybe I can get the other 3 done. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how far I get. And I ended up down on the couch last night. I tried so hard. We were making fun of each other last night. He was making fun of me because I was nudging him Monday night. Babe, roll over. Babe. At one point, he was like facing me. I was sleeping on my back, or I was trying to sleep on my back. So he turned over facing me, so when he was snoring, it was like literally in my ear. And I just kind of tapped him on the shoulder, like, babe. He's like, He's like, shh. Shh. Immediately stopped. Like, long enough for me to get to sleep, because I think that was the last time I had to nudge him, Monday night. So he was teasing me for that. And I was teasing him for snoring. It's like, you need a CPAP machine. I was like, well, like that wouldn't help, because then the CPAP machine would keep me up. I think they make some noise, so I can't have noise like that. I can sleep with like those rainfall apps and stuff, like with the what is it, white noise or brown noise or whatever the fuck it is, with like a little bit of rain or a running stream or something. That I can do. I can sleep with that. I find that very helpful when my mind's going a million miles an hour and I'm trying to go to sleep. I find that very helpful. But like, I don't know, rumbling and the snoring and that kind of noise, people walking around, like I cannot at all. Birds chirping, no sir, nope, that doesn't, that birds. So last night, I think I went up to bed about 11. I was so good. I went up to bed at 11, and I got to the point where I sleep with this body pillow that I like to cuddle. I had it up over my head, covering my ears, trying so hard. I just wanted to stay in my own bed. And trying not to nudge him, because that disrupts his sleep, right? And I figured, like, I'm off today. Like, it's fine. But I couldn't do it. It wasn't helping. So down to the couch I went. My neck is so sore today. I can feel I got like this great big knot, like right here, turning my head to, like, when I'm driving, if I have to look over my shoulder, fuck, it hurts so bad. Oh my God. But I guess I'm going to say around 6, it might have been a little earlier, Monkey came downstairs and I woke up to him pouring cereal. It was so loud. It actually scared me. So I got up and I went back upstairs. I figured if he's up, then my boyfriend's up. He's just laying there. So I went back upstairs and got into bed, and that's exactly what happened. He was up. He was just kind of laying there waiting for his alarm to go off. So it might have actually been a little earlier than 6 that Monkey got up. I don't know why he gets up so early. Oh my God. But anyway, he was apologizing and whatever, and I'm, kind of giggling at him. It's like, it's fine. So, he's kind of cuddling and whatever, and I was like, oh, this is nice, because I was cold. It was cold downstairs last night. I had 2 fleece blankets on me. It was cold. So I'm like, yeah, give me some of that heat, bro. Like, Jesus, warm boy, yay! And he's kind of talking at me and whatever. I'm like, okay, night. I want to go to sleep. I'm so tired. So he got up and went to work. And when I got up about 9:30, I think, And I went downstairs and made a coffee, and I'm sitting there watching the YouTubes, as one does. And Boo Boo came down and told me that Monkey missed his bus this morning. And I was like, well, he's not here, so... He said, no, he phoned... I'm going to keep referring to her as his stepmom, because as far as I'm concerned, she still is. His dad is broken up with her, but she is still family. So I love her. Oh my God, I love that woman. He phoned her to come pick him up. And luckily for him, she wasn't at work yet, or she's off or whatever, because she came and picked him up and brought him to work, brought him to school. And Boo Boo's like, well, you know that Mom's home, right? He says, Mom's gone to work. He says, Mom's home. Mom's off. Like, look at the calendar. Like, our schedules are on the calendar. I saw her go to work, and I said, I'm laughing. I said, what do you mean he saw me go to... That kid was up, like, around 6 o'clock in the morning. He saw me get up out of the living room and go upstairs. Like, what do you mean? Gonna have to have a talk with that boy. One, I want to know why he missed his bus. Why were you late? Because you were up probably before 6 o'clock in the morning. What? What is wrong with you? But anyways, it's fine. He got to school. So, we're over the 20-minute mark. So I'm going to boot. Go get some cooking done. Email this guy. And I want everybody to please pray to the tattoo gods that this gentleman gets back to me and I can get this shit covered up, because holy crap, it needs it. And I deserve it. So anyways, anybody watching, thank you. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself, and we'll talk later.